Oh, man. I don't even know where to begin with a video like this because it's been so long since I've done anything even remotely comparable to this. I should probably clean my glasses, though. That would be a good start. When this channel was far smaller than it currently is, way back in like fucking, I don't know, 2014, or one of those ancient years that nobody fucking remembers, it was a lot more personal to me. I used to feel super comfortable being open and transparent and sharing my real self with my audience, but it's weird because lately I'm kind of terrified to do that. And that bothers the hell out of me. I have made this exact video several times over the course of the last year, probably even 2 years. And I always throw it away because I can't seem to get it out of my head that everything that appears on this channel needs to be a proper project with hours and hours of editing put into it, hours and hours of writing put into it, voice cameos that gets the audience engaged, props, multiple camera angles, multiple different shots. And if it doesn't have any of those things in it, then it's fucking vapid, lazy, garbage spam. There was a point in this channel's history, and I'm not exactly sure when it was, but I know that it happened a while ago, where I started treating this channel kind of like a musician would treat his discography, or like a director would treat their filmography. Like, you know, every video I would treat like an album. And nobody wants to make a bad album. Nobody wants to make an album that you can crap out in a day. Because if you make one bad album, that kind of reflects poorly on the rest of your catalog. That reflects poorly on your legacy. This is how I think about it. Imagine if your favorite fucking band or favorite artist put out their new album today, and it was just them venting to their audience about shit that they were going through in their personal lives. Like, that would suck. You know what I mean? Like, that would be nobody wants that. I don't want that. I don't want Rise Against to put out an album of just Tim McElrath just talking about how, like, yeah, you know, I'm not feeling too great. It's like that. No, write a fucking song. You know what I mean? And I know that that's a very flawed way of looking at YouTube, because YouTube is very much not discographies and filmographies. It's very much not what I think it is, but I still can't get that. I'm just kind of on that track. And I feel like this constant scaling of quality and this constant scaling of, you know, expectations has a lot to do with the YouTube that I grew up with and the YouTube that I was inspired by. Because the YouTube that I grew up with, the YouTube that made me want to do YouTube is far different than the commentary, you know, vapid, trend-hopping cesspool it is today. When I started taking YouTube seriously, the people that I looked up to and the people that I was inspired by were people like Julian Smith or JonTron. People who were making content that could easily be on television if they wanted it to be. In my eyes, they weren't making videos. Like, they were making episodes, you know, like they were making kind of short films. Like, this was something to aspire to. And that template was super fucking enticing to me when I started taking YouTube seriously. And I'm not trying to insinuate that anything that I have ever made is anywhere near anything that the people that I'm talking about have made. Like, they're very clearly on another fucking echelon to where I'm at. But that very much is the philosophy that I kind of employ when I'm making shit. When I'm making a video, I like it to be something that you can go back and watch again. What I'm trying to say is the push for quality over quantity is something that I value very much, and it's something that I think I owe my success on this platform to. But simultaneously, it's also a mindset that riddles me with fucking anxiety, that riddles me with stress, and that's a frustrating thing. Because it's a fucking infuriating feeling to know that the thing that is arguably responsible for all of your success is also the thing that, quite frankly, is tearing you apart. Like, when I first started posting content consistently, I was just some, you know, silhouette of glasses and hair on a white background talking through a shitty mic. And then I graduated to I'm sorry, being an on-camera persona. That just completely destroyed the tone of this video. That evolved into an on-camera persona, and that evolved into more complicated editing. That evolved into a format. That evolved into a sidekick character that would be voiced by, popular YouTube content creators that the audience could be engaged by or get a kick out of. And that evolved into even fucking wackier scripts and wackier scenarios with fucking CGI and... you look at the lineage of all that and you can tell where the improvement is. Like, you can see the progress from project to project. But then you hit this skill ceiling where there's fucking CG and shit, and you're like, can I really feasibly improve on this? Can I get better than this? Is this as good as I'm going to get? I'm editing a video right now, and it's a video that I'm sure a lot of you are going to love. I'm sure plenty of you are going to message me afterwards saying, Chris, this is my favorite video of yours. But because I can't objectively quantify whether or not it is objectively better than the last thing I did, it just makes me hate it. I hate the damn thing. And I hated the last musical too, but that's another example. Like, plenty of you loved that last musical and say that it's your favorite. So why am I so fucking hard on myself? Why do I beat myself up when I know that there's plenty of people who hate me out there who are more than willing to beat me up for me? Why am I doing this to myself? Over the course of the last several months, I've written like 25 videos, and only like maybe 5 of them have made it onto the channel. And these are not like throwaway scripts or like unfinished outlines. These are like fully fleshed out, put together scripts. They've got location lists and shot lists, and like dialogue is highlighted for guests. Like, this is not like just throwaway crap. These are genuinely big projects. These are big videos. And they're big videos because they have to be bigger and better than the last thing, because if it's not bigger and better than the last thing, then I consider it a failure. It feels like I am constantly trying to justify my own success to myself. I have all the success on this platform. I have this job that so many people would fucking kill for, and I feel like I don't deserve it. So how do I prove to myself that I deserve it? Okay, I'm gonna make a big video, something that objectively, like, you look at it and you're like, damn, this is fucking incredible. It has to be good, and maybe then I will feel like I deserve it. But the projects are so fucking huge and so unfeasible that of course they fall apart and they never get done. And that just reinforces the feeling of not deserving it. It really is a self-fulfilling prophecy, and I'm aware of that. But that's what's frustrating. Like, I'm aware that it's a self-fulfilling kind of thing, and yet I still fucking think this way. I am driving... God damn it. The tone of this video is totally fucked up. I'm driving myself insane. Like, I'm driving myself crazy. And I don't want to make it seem like this video is some kind of self-righteous thing. I don't want people to think that, like, oh, I'm making this video so that, maybe some of you who are dealing with similar kind of stresses can identify with it. No. If you do, that's awesome. That's like a nice little bonus. But I'm very much doing this for me. I just feel like if I let myself post something personal that doesn't adhere to this ridiculous standard, then maybe it'll teach my brain that it's not such a fucking suicidal thing. I am very well aware that a lot of the things that I've talked about today are incredibly unrelatable to the overwhelming majority of people, because here I am with this incredible dream job, and I still got shit to complain about. But I don't know, I just didn't like the fact that I felt so uncomfortable being real with you guys. Like, this is a video for me. I don't know. I don't know how else to put it. I'm just kind of rambling at this point, which is why I don't do these videos. Don't worry. This isn't going to become a venting channel. It's not going to become a vlogging channel. I just fucking needed to get something off my chest, man. It's been fucking weighing on me. So here we are. We've finally done it. We've posted a video with absolutely zero entertainment value whatsoever. I've officially put out my Pablo honey. And, I hope you guys are okay with that. Like I said earlier on, there's a new video in the pipeline. I think you're going to like it. I've also got my music up on Spotify. These are more personal projects that I haven't talked to you about because, again, I don't like being personal, and I'm trying to fix that. I know it feels kind of inauthentic to promote my stuff at the end of a video like this, but it's been a while since I've uploaded. Give me a break. I feel good. That was cathartic. Cathartic for me boring for you. I'll catch you guys next time. Tell me something, cunt.